A fresh horse trading is gathering steam in the People's Democratic Party (PDP) as the northern gladiators in the forthcoming presidential primaries crisscross the country for support. Party sources said the main presidential aspirants from the north, ex-Vice President Atiku Abubakar, former Senate President Bukola Saraki, Sokoto State Governor Aminu Tambuwal, Bauchi State Governor Bala Mohammed, and investment banker Mohammed Hayatuddin may have been closing ranks and patching up their differences caused by the collapse consensus talks. Atiku is regarded as the likely biggest beneficiary of the latest horse trading. He is projected to vie for the PDP presidential ticket with aspirants from the south if the negotiation terms are acceptable to the other northern aspirants. Some political heavyweights, according to party sources, have facilitated talks and under-the-table agreements between Atiku and some of his co-aspirants. It was gathered that the fresh talks or negotiations followed the collapse of the consensus option mooted by some northern elders led by Professor Ango Abdullahi. It was learned that the talks may have encouraged Bala Mohammed to seek a second-term ticket as governor. The deal may also earn Tambuwal the Senate presidency should Atiku win the 2023 presidential election. Saraki is tipped as possible chief of staff, although some of those conversant with the deal have reservations because he might be too powerful in that position. It was gathered that a return to the Senate was considered as politically low for Saraki. While some suggested a ministerial appointment for Saraki, others said he would prefer ceding such to any of his political mentees. For Mohammed Hayatuddin, it was proposed that he could be a minister and then a gubernatorial candidate in 2027. A top source who spoke in confidence said, "From the horse trading so far, I think it is only Bala who appears amenable because of his commitment to the PDP regaining power at the center in 2023. He has a second-term gubernatorial window to fall back on. It is not clear if the new deal, being brokered by some powers that be, will be acceptable to Tambuwal, Saraki, and Hayatuddin. Left to Tambuwal, it is either being a president or a vice president. In politics, however, the dynamics keeps changing. The changes will persist till the end of the presidential primaries. So far, the general feelings is that the North should present a common candidate against other aspirants from the South. A 9-man PDP screening committee led by ex-president of the Senate, Chief David Mark, had screened 17 presidential aspirants, but the panel disqualified 2, a former lawmaker, Cosmos Ndukwe, and a US-based medical doctor, Nwachukwu Anakweze. The remaining 15 aspirants include ex-Vice President Atiku Abubakar, former Senate President Bukola Saraki, a former Anambra State Governor Mr. Peter Obi, a former Ekiti State Governor Ayodele Fayose, and the only female aspirant, Terila Oliver. Also in the race are Governors Aminu Tambuwal Sokoto, Nyesom Wike Rivers, Bala Mohammed Bauchi, Udom Emmanuel Akwa Ibom, and an investment banker and economist Mohammed Hayatuddin. Others are former Senate President Pius Aim Pius, ex-president of the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria, Sam Ohabuwa, the publisher of Ovation magazine, Dele Momodu, Charles Ugu, and Chikwendu Kalu. Sources said if Atiku gets the PDP ticket, he will be looking in the direction of the southeast or the south-south for his running mate. The permutations are tilting towards either Obi or the governor of Delta State, Ifeanyi Arthur Okowa, depending on the prospect of huge votes because of APC and its incumbent factor, a source said. Both the southeast and south-south are traditional PDP enclaves, but we need to be careful and sensitive to the agitations of the southeast, especially the secessionist bid the nation has been trying to curtail. Alhaji Atiku Abubakar on Friday met with Lagos State PDP delegates to seek their support. His audience included present and former PDP chairmen, local government area chairmen, youth leaders, and members of the State Working Committee. While reiterating his promise of 40% youth and women representation in his cabinet, the former vice president expressed his desire to restore a sense of belonging to marginalized Nigerians. Decrying the state of governance in the nation, he urged the party faithful in Lagos to make the right choice during the 2023 primary election of the party by supporting the most experienced and competent presidential contender with a proven track record of leadership, especially in the areas of security, the economy, and infrastructural development. Even during the Civil War, it's never been this bad. Now, more than ever, we are so divided because people across this country have been treated unfairly under the current administration, he said. This country has never seen the level of insecurity that we are facing today. I'm here because I have the requisite experience to govern this country well and equitably, to give everyone a sense of belonging. I'm here to appeal to your conscience. You have a historic responsibility to bail out this country. The former vice president, who presented letters of appeal to each delegate, counseled the youth leaders to seek the progress of the nation and shun aspirants offering to buy their votes. If another aspirant gives you money, take it, but do the right thing for the sake of your future, Atiku stated. In his opening remarks, the incumbent Lagos PDP chairman, Mr. Philip Ajovi, welcomed the PDP presidential aspirant and called on the state delegates to ensure the party wins at all levels during the forthcoming elections. I'm glad to receive our presidential candidate. He remains our candidate until we have another Congress. All the local government chairmen and I here together as one body. In 2023, by God's grace, PDP will win all elections from presidential, House of Representatives, and Senate to governorship and the State Assembly in Lagos. Everything will be won by the PDP. Avoji said. A former Minister of Cooperation and Integration in Africa, Dr. Bala Ogunkelu, in his welcome address highlighted the track record of the former vice president, adding that Nigerians have all they need to galvanize their institutional process and fight their problems. Other party leaders in attendance included former Lagos PDP chairman Alhaji Muritala Ashorubi and Captain Tuji Shele, PDP Board of Trustees members Emeritus Chief Mrs. Adunke Maina, former Deputy Governor of Lagos State Chief Mrs. Kofo Worola Akerele Bukno, member of House of Representatives for Ojo Federal Constituency, Honorable Adenkule Ubasa, member of the House of Representatives for Amowo Odofin Federal Constituency, Honorable Ogene Ego.